Gemstones are the oldest form of movable wealth. A fascination I've had since my early teens. These rare and beautiful creations of the earth carry a mystique that we all share. I'm in Sri Lanka, or Ceylon, in search of sapphires, in particular cornflower blue. Sapphires, no heat, natural stones, no treatments, straight out of the earth. Beautiful, beautiful stones. They have been mining these remarkable stones in Sri Lanka for over 2,000 years. Diamonds are beautiful, but not truly rare. These stones that I search for are really rare. For every cornflower blue sapphire, there's probably 50,000 2-carat diamonds. These are remarkable stones. The vast majority of sapphires have some form of treatment. In the commercial market, I'm looking for clean, natural, unheated stones. The cut is important, but I can rectify that with recutting at our office in Bangkok. Identification of origin is also extremely important for my clients, so I'm looking for telltale signs as to where the stone was mined. In this case, I'm looking for signs of stones mined in Ratnapura, and in many cases we can identify the actual mine where the stone was dug from the earth. The island is beautiful, lush and green with amazing wildlife. The people are kind and generous, which is amazing considering Sri Lanka is only 10 years out of a 25-year civil war. A war that in the north, between the Tamils and the Sinhalese, was brutal, that killed over 100,000 people. This is a country rich in resources which the British plundered between 1850 and 1948. Unfortunately, since then, as a result of corrupt governments and mismanagement of the economy, the country is now heavily in debt, particularly to the Chinese. On the upside, the Chinese have created these terrific roads and some great infrastructure. I'm heading inland and up to the mountains around Ratnapura, famous for gemstones, tea plantations, and amazing scenery. These gem mines are small operations, farmers sometimes mining their own land or contracting out to other small mining interests. It's hard, dangerous and dirty work with only a small possibility of great reward. The Sinhalese people are hardy and have been mining this area both underground and in the rivers for over 2,000 years. Not far from here is a temple dedicated to these hardy people and their search for gemstones. Unfortunately, we could not film there. The gem-bearing gravel is found in pockets brought to the surface in burlap bags and added to the pile for later washing. The gemstones are heavier, in particular corundum or sapphire material. In the clay-based gravel, these fall to the bottom of the washing sieve. A quick prayer before sorting the stones is a tradition going back thousands of years. The monsoon season runs anywhere from 5 to 7 months here. This year is particularly relentless with heavy rain. but it's beautiful. I also find it refreshing to be here with so few tourists. The open market is primarily for the smaller dealers, the independents selling stones in the rough, often to each other who may or may not have a client for such a stone. I always take a look and sometimes I find something special. The dealers in the open market are usually small-time brokers or owners of properties with their own mining operation. And it's fun to see them all haggling and fighting over one or two small stones, and they're always happy to see me this time of year. The major stones are only shown to dealers who have been introduced to the right people. The average tourist won't see these nicer stones, and the deals are done behind doors off to the side of the outdoor markets. I'm looking for specific things in these stones: color, shape. What am I going to do with this stone? Do I have a customer for it? Is the recut too much of a challenge? If I hit the wrong angle, am I going to lose the color? What is the price? The price is important. How do I pay for it? Is it cash on the day? Is it a transaction through the bank, which is my preference? It's possible to sit from 9 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. looking at stones non-stop as the dealers line up outside the door. People are friendly with an endless supply of tea and coffee, small cakes. It's always a great pleasure being in Sri Lanka. I've made great friends here. I've come to know many wonderful families, and it's a joy to be here every time that I come. It's always great to be here, to visit the temples, to taste the food, hear the music, take in the atmosphere of such an ancient culture. The people are kind, the hotels are terrific, the beaches are beautiful. What's not to like here? The business is important for me, but mostly it's the experience and the adventure that I enjoy. I will, of course, be back here soon, not only to see my friends, but to buy the amazing stones that have been coming out of this earth for thousands of years.